What's going on, members of the Burger Empire? Brian here for Body by Burgers, and yes, I have another truck video for you. That's alright. So I'm gonna fill you in on life and what's happening with that. So I posted on my Facebook the other day that there was no video on Monday because I was feeling a little under the weather. Now, to me, and a select few people out there that know why I was under the weather, it's not a fun reason. It's in fact a pretty painful one. The video that I put out last week on Wednesday saying life update, I got a job, all that fun stuff, and I said I was out on my way to Echodale to lay on a beach and relax and all that fun stuff. Well, yeah, I laid on the beach, went to the swimming pool some, relaxed, had a great time. And the problem was, I forgot sunblock. So, if you see the angle's a bit different, my back is not actually against my driver's seat right now. And that's because I ended up suffering second-degree burns from the sun. So, yeah, it was painful as all fuck. I'm not gonna lie. If I wasn't recording this from my phone and life wasn't busy right now, I would be editing this video, and because I took pictures of everything that happened on my back, and it's not friendly. You know, so the select few of you out there that wanted to see the pictures, or I just ended up sending you the pictures, you know what it was like. It was literally nothing that I have ever experienced before in my life. The blisters that ended up showing up were massive. They were probably about, no joke, that big around, and I can have people that'll testify to that if you really want them to testify. But yeah, my entire back was covered in blisters, and it was to the point where it got so painful that I couldn't even barely move. Like even reaching into my cupboard for a glass of water, couldn't even grab the glass. So it was kind of interesting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty tired because the pain meds they give me have codeine in them, so cracking open an energy drink. But yeah, well, you know, I guess that proves how painful it actually was, is the fact that they gave me pain medication. So you know, I had a follow-up appointment. Actually, it ended up getting so bad. So Wednesday was when I went out to Echodale. Thursday, I had seen the burn, and I was like, holy shit, that's bad. Let's get some aloe vera on there. So I kept putting on a lot of aloe everywhere. You know, and I didn't get it so much on my front because I didn't, you know, lay on my back as much for my front to be exposed all that often. So anyway, Thursday, aloe. Friday, I look at my back and I see small blisters starting to pop up. Nothing like alarming. So I was like, okay, this isn't fun. And you know, there were some bigger ones, not like, you know, things that I thought was totally out of control. And then I woke up on Saturday and they were fucking massive, like giant. They were about that big around, and then they had actually, I guess, bubbled out of my back is the best way to put it. The 3D effect of the blisters, they were probably about stacked that tall. So, you know, I thought, whatever, Saturday, no big deal. They'll go away. You're not supposed to pop them. That's just how burns go. And then I woke up on Sunday. And, you know, Saturday I had probably 5 blisters that were that big. Woke up on Sunday and it had doubled to like 10. So I thought, you know what? I texted my friend I was out at Echodale with. She's a nurse. She's like, go to the walk-in. They'll take care of you. Go to walk-in, and walk-in was basically like, why are you here? This is something for the hospital. So they directed me to emergency pretty much right away. And on Sunday, I went to emergency. I lift up my shirt, and the doctor's like, oh, that's interesting. He seemed really calm about it, like it wasn't a big deal that it was a second-degree burn. But he ended up, I think, being too relaxed about the situation is what I want to say. So what they ended up doing was they ended up putting a bunch of dressing on all the blisters. They didn't pop them. They put a little, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, I don't know if it was a cream or a lotion or what it was, but they put that around all of the blisters. And the blisters from that ended up changing colors from like a clear color, which to me is healthy and normal, and that's just the way blisters go, to a yellowish color, and they started draining everywhere. But I had instructions to go to day medical every 2 days, always book the appointment every 2 days. So yesterday, I had my first follow-up with it. Then the nurse there ended up taking my shirt off, and she's seen that there was all these dressings, and there was so much leakage from all these blisters that none of the dressings ended up staying on, and they ended up putting tape on my freshly burned skin. So yeah, that was probably the most painful out of all of it, was having tape on skin that shouldn't have tape on it. You know, and she kind of admitted that the emergency screwed up a little bit by doing that, but what she ended up doing was basically giving me on my back a light sponge bath, and scraping that entire layer of skin off that had been affected by the burn. So what she ended, yeah, so basically my back right now is just one big sheet of raw skin. They had told me to make sure to keep it moist, because if I don't keep it moist, the skin coming in could end up being dry, and when the skin coming in that's dry cracks, we start risking bleeding. Bleeding starts leading to infection. So, not out of the clear yet. I have to wear a clean shirt literally every time I put on either Polysporin or the cream that they told me to buy. New towel every time I shower. I pretty much almost have to wash my bedding nearly every night because of this, because they don't want any risk of infection. So it's quite the process, and I don't know if I have that many enemies out there, but I do not wish this on my worst enemy at all. So that's where that is. Thought I'd fill you in on that. So needless to say, the month or two that I've had here with my health concerns, losing my job, and second-degree burns are, it's been quite the month or so here, and hopefully that's the three bad things, and we got nothing but good going on. Hopefully this job that I got, which my first day is Friday, and I'm hoping my burns are mostly recovered by then, but let's hope it's a decent job. Hopefully it pays well, and I can get to school relatively soon, because let's face it, almost witnessed an accident here because people don't know how to drive in this city. Let's face it, it's time for me to do something for me and build the life that I want to build around. So, hoping the job, I can excel at it. At least it does have base pay plus commission, which is great, because I've worked for base pay plus before, and it turns out to be fairly lucrative. So, we're hoping that works out. That is the video today, guys. If you like the video, or if you just like the fact that I'm in pain, make sure to hit that like button. If you haven't, let's make a comment of sunblock. If you made it to the end of this video, simply because I'm a huge advocate for sunblock now. I won't go anywhere without it, and I'm not allowed out in the sun for the rest of the fucking year without it being covered because of that. So, good job on me. And until next time, everybody, burger power.